G'day mates and welcome back to Mount & Blade Warband. So, we are reporting burning the letter, right? Yeah, we're gonna report burning the letter to the good old king boy here. Oh yeah, all fool that testify against me at the assembly. I'm glad to hear that. What? Fuck, I've already forgotten all their voices. It's been a long time since I played this. Did you improve your relations with the Jarls of my kingdom? Current good relations? Nothing. Oh, him. Oh, and Jarl Bagsec. I did what I could. Oh, shit. Well, frankly, I'm surprised at how effective you've been. Nice. Cool. Alright, what's cool? King Horik, we met Attili Eriksson. This is good news. Where was he? We found Attili Eriksson and his men in a cave in Northumbria, near Hordaland. Sigurd's snake in the eye sent him there to hide and protect Bodo's letter. Now Attili Eriksson and his men are dead, but they burned the letter during the fighting. You can no longer have to fear that Sigurd's snake in the eye can use it against you at the assembly. Attili is dead. He was Sigurd Ragnarsson's second man after Sven Bulnek. Wherever you go, you leave just corpses. I wanted Sigurd quiet, with no weapons to use against me, no motives for revenge. Hope you killed everyone in that cave. We may be able to present a witness against you for killing Attili. I might not be able to protect you from banishment in that case. I did this for you. Without me, the letter would have been Sigurd's to take the throne. Mark my words, man. If Sigurd gets the throne, your life won't be worth anything. Do not tell me what you do for me when you're in fact protecting your own interests. Well, the important thing is that the letter has been destroyed. Finish what you have to do before the assembly. Let's go to the assembly! Fuck it! I see. In that case, now everything is in the hands of the gods. The assembly lasts several days. I recommend you take advantage of these days to gain popularity and reputation with the people of this country. I'll send a messenger as soon as your presence is required. Be ready. Okay, so let's go try and talk to someone then in this little time we've got. Biggest problem is all the fucking quests I kept getting from these guys, because I tried to do a little bit. I also accidentally Alt F4'd at one point, which was good fun. I did, I'm not even shitting you, I pressed Alt F4 and I was like, oh, I didn't save in the last like half an hour. While I was trying to woo all these people. But look, I need a letter to deliver to someone. Normally in Mount & Blade this is fine, except for the fact the only kingdoms are like a sea away. No, I'm not delivering letters. And you don't have any other tasks, right. That's the real problem with this game. Also, the fucking collect tax quests are bugged. Because they will actually make you collect tax every like... Oh, there we go. We must go there. You're cool. Alright, basically go there right now. Can I... Tasks for me... Damn it. Alright, let's go. That's something I did last time. That was sail across the seas to go raid a... That was one of the things I did when I did the, what do you call it? When I accidentally Alt F4'd. Was I sailed across and burnt it's called a monastery just to sort of make up... Oh, hello, assembly. There you are. Look, I'm sick of trying to curry the Jarl's favour. They never give me any bloody quests, so let's just bloody do this, shall we? Empty slot, let's go. The assembly. In a setting reminiscent of times past, when men lifted huge rocks to venerate their dead or glorify their gods, meets the assembly. As you approach, you hear more clearly hundreds of voices distinguish the tents and smell the food from the merchant stands. The assembly, or the thing, is not just a meeting where issues are discussed and judgments are made, but also an event where people go around to exchange news or sell their products. Approach. Oh, I'm actually... This looks suspiciously just like a village. So much for all those tents, hey? Oh, right! Never fucking mind, I should hold my tongue. This is still just a farm, though. You're actually, like, camping in a farm, dude. You'd expect it to be a little bit more... Oh, wait, those aren't tents. I thought those were, like, really far away tents. They're actually just rocks. Give me a moment. Where are those tents, anyway? Oh, shit! My lord, you must hurry to join the king. Follow me. Alright, well, I'm nearly... Wait, this is Sigurd. I have nearly 800 men here ready to go to England and support my brothers, but all I hear are obstacles to these men embarking as Vikings. Sigurd, we don't prevent the embarking of these men. In fact, we are unhappy they haven't already left. Again, okay. Sven Bulnek shouts, these men will embark when they have a proper leader. Guthrum was not to be their leader. The leader was to be my brother, Olver Whitehair, but it was killed. Now there's time to take the issue to consideration at the assembly. Thank you. Again, I talk those very quickly because they time out. It's kind of fucking annoying. Hey, how you doing? Oh. Hi, Rimmy. He looks worried. Why have you been so long in coming? Signar Ragnarsson is looking strong.
I came as soon as I got your message. Maybe it was your messenger that was delayed.
No matter. I think they are also awaiting your arrival. That means I should maybe not have sent for you. I suspect this is some sort of ploy to launch. Sigurd Ragnarsson has complained of 800 men who cannot board because I will not let him lead them. And much is true, because I promised that Guthrum will lead them. The problem is that Guthrum some days ago suffered the misfortune to have been killed on his farm. They accuse outlaws and criminals of burning down his house whilst he was hosting a feast inside. I think it was Sven Bulnek, the prowman of Sigurd's Horde, I assume, who did it. But I have no evidence or witnesses. Everything and everyone was burned with the house. Everything taken together, the situation is quite serious. Since Guthrum is dead, Sigurd is pushing hard to gain control of these 800 men. I fear he wishes to use them to take my throne.
Guthrum's dead, but we're not. Trust me, I'll help you get us out of this.
I'm not so sure. Your appearance in Denmark has benefited me in some ways, but in others, not so much. Harold seems tense, his features harden in eyes shadows as he approaches. Oh, he protects his lord as close as his shadow. Greetings, Rimmy. Sven Bulnek has permission to speak to the assembly now. Let's see what that rat has to say. I've no idea who that is.
Silence! Let's see what the snake has to say.
Oh my god! Sven Bulnek appears to be a determined man. Confident and seemingly a born leader. He is tall and strong, possesses a strong voice. At long last, you see him face to face. He looks just like your mind remembers him as he attacked the Woden Rick and kidnapped your mother. Finally, right before he was the man who has damaged you. Has so damaged you.
Men of Denmark, you know me! When I was little more than a child, I was with Ragnar when he sacked Francia, with 120 ships, and more than 4,000 men. An adventure... 4,000.
Jesus.
An adventure that the Skalds still relate. I am the man who had led 400 Vikings in the West Seax, the strongest kingdom in England, to obtain great fame and wealth. Therefore men fear me across Fries, England and Francia, but here in Denmark they rightfully respect and love me. I had a brother, Olver Whitehair, a better man than me. He was a man of honor, loved by the gods, but in the prime of his life he was murdered. Now the king protects his murderer. I have never demanded anything in the assembly, but now I call for justice. Is it right that his murderer should be here, among us, or that a king protect evil? Shall murderers go unpunished in this land?
Sven Bulnek has tears in his eyes. Should murderers go unpunished in this land? As he points an accusing finger at you. Eagle whispers, it's what we expected. They'll use you to attack King Horik and undermine his authority. One judge near the big rock looks first to Sven, Jarl Sigurd, then to you and King Horik. Then he speaks.
Everyone knows your worth, Sven Bulnek, and the feats you've done in the past. But your words seem to indicate that the king could support a murderer. This charge is very grave. The assembly shall now listen to King Horik's response.
Sven insults me. I have never protected, nor will protect a murderer. If that was what I was doing, it was in ignorance. Rimmy came to me for protection, as a free man, and I gave it to him after he proved his worth. The story he told me about the death of Olver Whitehair is quite different.
Now it is time for the accused to speak on the matter.
Ooh. How high is my persuasion? Probably not high enough. Let's mention my mother's kidnapping. They're probably not sympathetic, honestly. But... Alright. Fucking... rolling a thing. If it lands on HB side, I'm rolling a pencil. Because I don't have a die. I have a die, but they're like out of arm's reach, alright. If it lands on HB, we get to discredit him with persuasion. Like HB side up. It did not. Okay. We are going to appeal to the crowd's sympathy without mentioning your mother's kidnapping.
My name is Rimmy, and I'm no murderer. Olver's death was self-defense. Sven Bulnek had kidnapped my mother, but Sigurd Ragnarsson promised to give her back to me at Ulf's farm. Instead, he sent Olver Whitehair to kill me. Although Olver Whitehair fought hard during the battle, he was wounded and died.
Oh, what the shit?
His mother was bounty from off the shores of Fries. When I was raiding, I attacked a ship called the Woden Rick. She was my slave as she was my right, but I found out that she is a Sidar.
What?
Now she advises me as my wife.
What? What? Eagle comes forwards. You all know me here. I'm Eagle. You all know me here. May the gods damn me if I lie. I was at Old Farm when Olvere Whitehair came. My father, King Horik, is always concerned with what happens in this land. There's that guy in the background. He compelled me to travel with Rimmy. Olvere Whitehair came with many men. I swear it was he who started the fight. Olvere died a good death, but he was the one who caused the melee. Rimmy isn't guilty of murder. The judges confer among themselves for a moment, and then a spokesman speaks.
We have heard from a witness. Thank you, Eagle. Sven Bullock, do you have any witnesses?
I have an important witness, Ulf Thorisson. But he has not come to the assembly. Another man told me how my brother was killed, but he would not testify in the case.
We would like to hear from the Jarls in attendance. What are your opinions? I do not have enough information for or against. Well, fuck you, Sigurfrid. Fuck you, Halfdan. Fuck you, Guthrum. And Sigurd Ragnarsson. Okay, well, I'm almost dead, definitely. I, Sigurd, son of Ragnar Lodbrok, ask permission to speak, because this is the case. Yeah, this case is nothing more than the branch of a big tree, and a branch may hide the real problem.
Speak then, Sigurd, son of Ragnar, whose memory we all cherish, who awaits us among the host of the gods preparing for Ragnarok.
Sigurd steps forwards, attracting everyone's attention. He's a respected and feared man, and the shadow left by his father is still long. When my father was still alive, this assembly of free men would have not had much consideration for a bandit who had killed a good man like Olvere Whitehair. However, times change, and rather, some men have caused that change. Now this assembly is but a toy in the hands of a king. That man, Rimmy, is only a pawn of larger forces. While Sigurd continues his speech, Harald softly approaches King Horik, his face tense and his voice soft. My king, Sigurd Snake in the Eye is not here to deal with Rimmy. He wants you. He wants the throne as we feared. Father, we should cut Sigurd's speech short. Rimmy must admit his guilt and be punished by the assembly. He must be sacrificed to end this play now, or you may lose your throne. Sigurd Snake in the Eye is a shrewd man. He would not openly attack you in the assembly if you don't have the upper hand.
We will be allowed to reply to Sigurd, and can trust in the assembly.
Booyah. The assembly's decision must rest on the position of power between the parties. Hence, we must not do anything that would cost us the respect of the assembly. The balance of power is very delicate, and here the Jarls are very important. We need to see what Sigurd has against us. His face seems imperturbable. Fuck. Even the movements of his body are fully controlled. Even the movements of the body are fully controlled, even as he releases a speech. There we go, that's too many evens. That is able to dethrone a king. Sven had a witness, Ulf Thorisson, who would have agreed that Olvere was murdered, but King Horik sent Rimmy to Ulf's farm to silence him. I had another man, Atili Eriksson, who was very faithful and dear to me. I entrusted him with the mission of protecting important evidence for this assembly, but King Horik sent Rimmy to kill him.
Sigurd Ragnarsson, you talk a lot, insult, and offend my honor, but you lack for evidence or witnesses. This will not end well for you.
Let him finish. All of us want to know what is happening.
I just defend my honor.
Yes, and he has the right and permission to speak. If he proves what he speaks of, it may be time to change the kingship.
King Horik is a good man. You'd be better be able to prove this, Sigurd.
Everything will come in time. But first, I must continue with my assertion that the problem is much bigger than we think. 800 Vikings are ready to embark for Engleland in aid of my brothers. We could have been talking about more than 1,200 men, for the Jarl of Kennemer promised me more than 400, but King Horik sent Rimmy to Fries to sabotage this treaty. If that were not enough, the king then proposed that Guthrum lead his men, when I was the one who made all the effort to gather them and get the boats and provisions.
Sigurd Ragnarsson, your accusation is very serious. Do you have any evidence or witnesses that confirm what you say?
Yes. There is a man who has travelled with Rimmy all this time, who is among us now.
You absolute cunt.
Willing to testify. His name is Reginhard, and he is a servant of the Jarl of Kenenmer.
Reginhard approach. Do you confirm the words of Sigurd Ragnarsson are true? Yes. I met Rimmy in Fries when he tried to gain the trust of the Jarl of Kenenmer by killing Theodard, a person that I loved. And then he betrayed the Jarl of Kenenmer and came to Denmark, where he pursued Sven Bolnek and Sigurd Ragnarsson as he hates them as enemies, and saw Alviren until he were killed and he allied with King Horik. I swear it's the truth!
Reginhard! Why?
My quarrel is not with you, Eagle. Theodard was like a brother to me, and Rimmy lied to me in order to get me to take him and kill him. I won Rimmy's trust and promised him one day I would revenge Theodard's death, and that day has come. I just want to be happy, have a farm, wife, and children. But Rimmy only brings misfortune wherever he goes. I need to feel protected.
Wherever you may hide from now on, I will find you, and I will kill you.
I do not think so. You'll never see me again. I'll have my farm, my wife, and my protection of a Jarl. You'll be dead or an outlaw.
King Horik, Sigurd Ragnarsson is...
Sigurd Ragnarsson made very serious accusations supported by a witness. What do you say in your defense?
I do not know this man named Reginhard. I suspect he's a liar bought by Sigurd, as he seems to have some sort of dispute with Rimmy. At any rate, his testimony is not against me, but against Rimmy, since he has no way mentioned me or shown that I have helped Rimmy in my misdeeds. In any misdeeds. If this is all that Sigurd Ragnarsson has against me, I ask the assembly for compensation to the assault to my honour.
The gods know that you were the one eliminating my evidence and witnesses. When you sent your dog after Attila Eriksson and Ulf...
Oh, shit. This is the calm guy. Attila Eriksson and Ulf Thorisson. That man was with Rimmy. He can testify that you were involved. First of all, Reginhard's first master was Theodard, not the Jarl of Kenenmer. Hey! Reginhard betrayed his first master, Theodard, as he now betrays me. Would any man keep a known enemy at his hind, I guess? Herd? This man has demonstrated that he cannot be trusted.
Now, this is a very delicate manner. The judges shall retire.
You watch as the judges get behind a big rock. They just stand behind a rock. Around you, everyone engages in energetic conversations. Some Jarls support King Horik, other Jarls, Sigurd Ragnarsson. The assembly may either be the solution to a civil war, or the trigger to start one. Everything depends on the judges' decisions. You realize that no one approaches you. Everyone avoids you like the plague. You're also aware that nobody gave you the opportunity to present the case of the abduction of your mother. You feel you've not been more of a piece in the game of the Hentalf between the powerful men of Denmark. The judges are slow to come to a decision. I don't know how much time has passed, but it seems to take them very, very long. Many men around you have decided to sit on the ground. There are even merchants distributing food and mead. Reginhard remains in the same spot, silent and without moving a muscle, as if carved in granite. Eagle doesn't look at you either. He's among the men around King Horik, advising and encouraging him. Finally, the judges return from behind the large rock.
Odin Fjolzinskar, Odin Sangtal, father of the gods and the Skaldings, we, elected by your peers, call upon your wisdom to guide our words. May our judgment reach your ears, and may those who not comply with it be punished by hell. We have decided the following. Hey! In the case of the death of Olvir Whitehair, Sven Bolnek shall receive Wergild of 4,800 penningas. Rimmy, can you pay the Wergild now?
This is an outrage! 4,800 for the life of my brother! It should be paid with blood.
Sven Bolnek accepts the decision of the assembly. I have the money.
Then the assembly accepts the money and gives it to Sven Bolnek. The price of spilt blood has been satisfied. Before gods and men, this quarrel has ended between these two men.
Odin, Thor, Frey have heard what is here, and have decided... Oh, what is here decided? May they punish any who do not fulfill their oaths.
Regarding the case of the witness called Reginhard, who has been accused of lying, the gods must decide his culpability. As the accusation is grave, this assembly has decided that Rimmy and Reginhard will engage in a holmgang, a duel to the death on the island called Short, within 6 days. 2 will go, but only 1 will return. If one of them fails to show up,
he will be declared Nithinger, coward, less than a man, and this will be told by the skalds and messengers to all men in Denmark and abroad.
I accept the decision of the assembly with open arms.
I accept. I'm no liar, but I have regret being a traitor. Oh. When the assembly is done, the men of Denmark shall come and get you to take you to Short Island. Beautiful.
The assembly has also decided on the last major issue. The accusations and insults between King Horik and Jarl Sigurd cause serious damage to Denmark. Therefore, by this assembly of free men, it is above the Jarls and Kings and answers only to God, has decided that a reconciliation between the two must concur. King Horik must give Jarl Sigurd a position on his council and among his most beloved men. Moreover, King Horik will pay 15,000 penningas in compensation for all the efforts made by Sigurd for organizing this expedition. In return, King Sigurd shall remain by Jarl Sigurd shall remain by King Horik, advising him in not leaving Denmark. Therefore, King Sigurd Ragnarsson must not relinquish control over the fleet that shall relieve his brethren. This fleet shall be led by two other men, Sven Bolnek on the part of Jarl Sigurd, and Harald Haraldsson on the part of King Horik. The fleet will depart for England in a few days without further delay. It is furthermore a decision that Rimmy shall also join as advisor of Harald Haraldsson, as long as the gods give him victory in the Holmgang. Otherwise, Eagle takes Rimmy's place and herd. One or the other should meet with me in the mead hall of Reeb once the Holmgang is over. And the judge takes the floor. He shifts his gaze from one party to another until his eyes rest on you. The assembly, representing the gods and free men of Denmark, has spoken. These are the two parties, right? King Horik, Jarl Sigurd?
I accept the judgment of the assembly. I will fulfill my part. I swear I'll uphold and enforce it.
I also accept the decision of the assembly. I will swear I'll uphold and enforce it. Odin, 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 Odin. In a setting reminiscent of the times past. Oh, right. Leave. Deck of war. Okay, so let's go do some fight sync. Let's go kill Regenhard, literally the best part of this game. Well, then I guess we just sort of... Oh, never mind. Harold, how you doing? You guys want to go to a thing? Okay, we go to a boat. Here we go. The water is gentle. The only sound you hear is that of the oars in the water, striking in a slow and deliberate rhythm. The old man is not so old, but the wrinkles of a hard life at sea make him look like an elder. He wears a worn and salt-bleached tunic, and the skin of his hands look like hard leather. His eyes are blue and crystal clear, and do not look directly at you for even a moment, but remain focused on the island. Up ahead awaits an opponent who was once a companion. The assembly has decided that two of you should go to Short Island, but only one should return. The boat stops near a small beach, and after you get off, the old man paddles it a few tens of meters back into the ocean, where he stops and waits. Whoa! All I wanted was a farm, a children and wife! I don't want your death, but I don't want to die either. Sorry, Rimmy. Sorry, I have to kill you. Fuck me, this island is massive. So what's the bit I can just, like, throw a fucking, like, spear into him before he can even reach me? Regenhard, you don't know how much satisfaction it's going to give me to drive my fucking axe into you. I'm not even going to use my sword. No, that's not brutal enough. You die too quick if I cut you through with my sword. You little shit dick! Come on then, little shit. Come on. Alright, here we go. Get my axe out. Fuck you! Fuck you! Okay, shield bash, little boy. Come on. Fuck you! First damage on his half. Just a cut. I want to destroy his shield. Come on, you little shit dick. God, the hardest bit is actually seeing my thing. So hang on. Let's try this. Oh, both took 0 damage there. Hey, who's bleeding now, you little shit? You went down like a bitch. A fucking bitch! Fuck you, Regenhard! God, I wish I could have fought him for longer. Two went to the island, but only one returns. You have been victorious, but at the cost of killing an old companion. In your heart, you remember a phrase that's so often heard from Regenhard. Gader word sui hoisley. Fate, fucking Christ. Fate goes as she must. You have a throbbing erection and a deep love for his death. The old man waits to take the boat back to where your warriors await in Denmark. When you arrive, they pick up their things and say nothing, aware of the gravity of that moment. Soon they are ready to go. Harald and his men have already left. It is time the assembly judge to look for the assembly judge called Asbjorn in the mead hall of Reeb. Hey, victory! That's some good shit. I'm happy with that. Hang on, there we go. Because seriously, fuck Regenhard. Like the most unlikable person known to man. Oh,
Hello, how, sir? No, is this? Hi, sir. Nice to meet you.
so nice to meet you.
I think it's good that we introduce ourselves officially, since it's likely our paths are attached. I'm Asbjorn from Odinsphere. I was a Lokineer and a simple doctor who wasted some time in Francia until I returned to Denmark some months ago. On my way here from to Odinsphere, I landed in Reeb and ended up staying here for a few months, serving the local elites, and not so elites. I guess my service earned me enough prestige to be summoned as an Ulfing at the assembly held a few days ago. The truth of it, I was not interested in coming back to Odinsphere so soon, for I'm still young and have the opportunity to travel to other places and learn more. The Norns must have noticed and tied together our fate. You need someone who can dress the wounds of your warriors, and I need someone with your fortune that shines above the rest of the men I've known. I've had to kill a companion and join a war fleet. No. I suppose the assembly would send someone. I don't think it would be you. Actually, no, let's just go nice. A doctor, eh? I'm sure we'll be good friends. We must go to the port of Reeb as soon as we can and ask the portmaster to join the fleet. I'm glad. I am young and my thirst for knowledge knows no limit. I hope our travel will help increase my experience. It is very interesting how the Norns spin their yarn. Until a few days ago before the assembly, I thought I'd return home to Odinsphere to end my days remedying wounds and sniffles. And then I met you, and I knew all this would change.
I'm wearing a dress.
Good! Give me a few moments to prepare and I'll be ready to join you.
Excellent work, my man. Let's ask for potential recruits. Get some Norse boys. Stroll through town, here we go. Dog! Hang on, I have something for you. Have some pork. Have some dried meat. Go, Angel, go. You are the best dog, by the way. You do look like a horse, though. It's kind of scary. What are you looking at? You looking at my dog horse? Fuck you. Alright, let's go fucking get the poor master, shall we? Man. I wonder how much, like, this campaign really is seeming like a fucking massive campaign. Like, I might end up wrapping up, like, soon in, like, a live stream or something, because, holy shit, it keeps going on and on and on. How are we doing, Port Mastery? Whee! Welcome, sir, what do you need? I've come to join this fleet. Hi, Rimmy. I see you've made a name for yourself in the land. Oh, it makes me happy to think my business and you has helped you in this. What the fuck did I just say? That should deserve a line or two in any saga about you. The fleet of Sven and Harald is across the bay. It numbers 50 boats, many of them warships totaling over 800 men. Have you finished your affairs in Denmark? Are you ready to leave? I warrant you won't be back soon. Sure, let's wrap this up by boarding the things. Okay. Good luck, Finnair. Although you can see many boats here, most of the fleet is anchored outside in the bay. Join them as soon as you feel ready. So I assume I still have to sail out. Yeah. Damn it. Alright, we're gonna get rid of 6 men. We don't want you sailors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And one of the peasant women. I do want the other one, though. Because if you have camp women, they increase the morale of your party by fucking them. Which is quite nice. Hello, the fleet. Since your arrival, there has been a great hubbub in the port of Reeb. 800 Vikings and their captains have been boarding their ships in order of arrival, while slaves load baggage, supplies, and even animals. Most of these ships are of the Nor type, cargo ships, but there are also a good 24 warships. You spend your nights on the ship, while the day you can help as you can. Your warriors kill time enjoying the hospitality of the neighbors and happy widows. Hey! You have had no chance to get close to Sven Bulnek, or rather to his ship, but you hear that he and Harald, the two people in charge of the fleet, have been arguing over all sorts of stupid things. Some of Harald's men have even been stabbed in the streets. Finally, after everything has been prepared for the long journey, the fleet rows out of Reeb to follow behind the whale route, leaving Denmark behind. Oh, shit! Okay, this is fucking cool. This is like a perfect end of episode thing. There is 2,000 of us? Whoa. Beda Chronicle. There was a man named Egbert, or should I say, a king. Egbert sinning, for he was the king of Northumbria. But he was a puppet king, chosen by the Vikings because he was a weak man whom they could handle. Was this the fate that also awaited us? In Anno Domini 868, the Vikings took Snottingham. There was much fear, but West Ciex and Mercy joined forces. Alfred of West Ciex, the king's brother, was married to Elsewhere, daughter of Athelred Milsey, ealdorman of the Gani, and of Edinburgh, from the royal line of the king of Mercians. The two realms called the third to war. That's peasant militias, I believe. West Ciex advances on Snottingham from the south, and Mercy joined them along the way. Mears, maybe. Maybe they could finally put an end to the advances of the sons of Ragnar. My life was about to change, but I did not know that. So, thank you all for watching. Until next time, everyone, this has been Mount & Blade Warband. We are going to end it on the next conversation. Can I actually save here? I'm going to save as. Hang on. Oh, shit. Okay, right. By now, the difference between Sven Bulnek... By now, the differences between Sven Bulnek, protected by Jarl Sigurd, and Harald Haraldsson, protected by King Horik, are so clear the fleet divides into two, depending on who supports which commander. There's not time for worry. The sea brings wind and freedom of the waves, and your ship is heading for England, where rivers carry silver and men get fame, and you're closer than ever to killing Sven Bulnek. My god, how long is this? Hey, local rebellion. The journey from Reeb to Effelwick, as the Danish call it, Jorvik, is 3 days, with good weather. But with slower Norse, the trip will take a day or two more. The ships have spread out, but this is usual. While travelling with sail, the winds govern at will. The ships will reunite at their destination. A long trip like this requires a routine. Men takes turns in the work of the boat, even at night, because the fleet never stops offshore. The smell of crowded men is horrible. The water you drink and the food you eat taste terrible. And it's always uncomfortable having to peer yourself over the stern when you want to relieve yourself. Eventually, the rift between Harald and Sven becomes open. Each now separately meets with the captains who are faithful to him. Each part of the fleet proceeds separately. Harald has called the other captains to his boat for an emergency meeting. Apparently one of his captains faithful to Sven Bulnek has changed allegiance to Harald and brings news. You look forward to this meeting. Maybe there is funny news to your mother. Oh, for fuck's sake, it still goes on. Hail, captains. I've sent you because tomorrow at noon we'll reach the coast of Northumbria. There's a time to release the details of this mission and talk about the problems that plague this fleet. I'm especially interested in this meeting. I want to talk about my mother. I think you may be wondering where our guest may have to say about this, but first we must go to the most urgent matter. In Northumbria, our Danish brothers have become strong. They control the kingdom through a puppet king. There are small uprisings of Angles, but these are localized and severely repressed. Nothing serious. The latest news we have is that the sons of Ragnar have moved south and taken a place known as Snottingham in Mercia. The king of Mercia has not taken this well. He has besieged them there with his army, supported by the king of West Ciex. We fear that Ragnarsons may be in a hard place. So the mission is to go to Jorvik and join the forces that are gathering under Rathbarth, another sons of Ragnar, in support of his brothers. From there we'll move south to meet the Angles and Saxons. With little luck, we will kill their kings and the road south will be open for plunder. We will come back rich to your wives and kids this year.
I hope so. I have too many mouths to feed.
One captain laughs loudly. You should have thought of that before having 3 wives and 20 children! How many men do Mercia and West Ciex have? It is hard to say. The information we have had come from merchants and travellers. They speak of thousands of men. It hardly matters though. The Angles and Saxons are weak people, fully domesticated by their kings. Be like attacking housewives. He spits overboard before fixing his gaze on one of Sven's captains who happens to be at your side. Although everything is clear and our goal is near, it seems that problems with Sven Bulnek don't stop cropping up. This captain, Olif, is now with us, and he has very serious news. Go ahead, Olif.
I will not beat around the bush. Sven Bulnek is unwilling to share command with Harald Haraldsson. At first opportunity, he will kill Harald and take command. It may occur as we land, so I cannot be sure. Maybe my desertion of his party will change his mind.
I'm making a guard rotation during the trip. When we land, I will challenge Sven to a duel to the death. Sven Bulnek is a lunatic, but he's a dangerous lunatic.
Sounds good.
You have my full support, even if you decide to attack his boat while he's unprepared. You have my support too, Harald. That man, Sven, is very dangerous.
You have my support, but I'd like to ask about my mother.
A woman travels with Sven Bulnik. She is the Sadir, one who accepts the spirit of the crow and speaks with the word of Odin. Everybody reveres her as she is a woman touched by the gods. Sven Bulnik has married her in the hopes of having a child touched by the gods, but she is old and her belly is dry. If she's your mother, I don't think she remembers you, as she has a curse that does not allow her to keep memories overnight.
Looks like your mother now serves Sven Bulnik. Hope you're prepared to deal with this when things get ugly.
Aye. All around you, a sudden tumult and shouting of men drowns out your answer. A warrior bursts into the meeting. He is hot, and his eyes show panic. Herson Harold! Sven Bulnik has attacked us! Half the fleet is charging us! Thor, help us! Sven has caught us unprepared! Harold remains calm, like a man accustomed to the station. Action, rather. And begins to give orders. Captains, return to your ships and lead the crew. Sven Bulnik will pay dearly for this attack. If we should lose this battle, remember to inform Rathbar Ragnarsson about this betrayal by Sven Bulnik. Good luck. Now, to battle. Okay, I will come back next time. I might even split these into 2 to, like, fight this, because this is a way too long of an episode. Until next time, everyone, farewell. Or hello, if you're still here.